while you were doing music, you jumped back into film and acting.
Yeah.
What was kind of your first movie film back into acting?
So one of my best friends, Lucas, who I was in 7 Days in Utopia with, I introduced him to a couple of buddies of mine who were in the faith-based world, who introduced him to a buddy of theirs, and we shot together. And on this project, I didn't act. I was just Lucas's right-hand man. We shot out in Colorado in December and February. It was 2 different shooting times, and it was cold.
Yeah, I bet.
And so I was just there to hang out with Lucas, spend time with him, make sure he was taken care of. But that was kind of my first toe, dipping my toe in the water back again into the film world. And then 4 months later, I had just a small scene in a film called Jesus Revolution, about the Jesus Revolution back in the 1970s, and the story of Calvary Chapel and that whole revival that ended up sweeping the rest of the country in the 70s. And so I was in Jesus Revolution, and then later that year I did a little bit of music supervising and just helping out Lucas again on a couple projects. A producer friend of mine really wanted him to be on something, so I connected. Me and my brother connected Lucas, and he was in some great projects, which ended up being real beautiful. And then that was late 2022. 2023, I know I did something, but I can't remember what it was. 2024, the same. And then 2025, I got a call from a friend of mine, or a text, and he goes, "Hey, can you play drums?" And I was like,
I can learn.
I can learn real quick, I promise. And so this guy, one of my buddies, was producing the film I Can Only Imagine 2, a sequel to a really successful film that came out back in 2018, about the band MercyMe, and the lead singer Bart Millard's life story. And so he texted me. I was in France at the time. It was a Tuesday night in France. He texted me. He's like, "Can you play drums?" I was like, I can fake it. He's like, "Okay, can you send in an audition tape? Can you send in a tape of you playing drums of one of these 3 songs? And we need it quick." But I was in France at the time. I was like,
"Had you ever played drums before?"
No, never played drums before. But I was in band. I knew I had good rhythm, but I didn't play drums.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, how is this going to work? And I was flying home the next day. So flew home. The next day, got in my car, drove down to San Antonio, got with one of my buddies who's an amazing worship drummer. I said, "I need you to teach me how to play this song." So we literally sat down for 2 hours. He kind of like walked me through the basics. For the next 3 days, I went home, borrowed a buddy's drum kit. For the next 3 days, I played drums every single hour of every single day for the whole weekend. Sunday afternoon, I recorded my audition, played the drum track, and then 3 days later, there were 2 directors. The directors and the producer texted me, and they were like, "Hey, you got the part." And so
that's crazy.
It was awesome. I played part of Robbie, who is the drummer for MercyMe, and so it was an unbelievable experience. We filmed for about 7 weeks in Nashville.
Dang.
We filmed for a couple days out in Red Rocks, Colorado, at Red Rocks Amphitheater, and it was an unbelievable experience. The team was amazing. The cast was amazing. The leadership was amazing. The story, the band was on set a bunch, so got to know the real guys.
Oh, cool.
And the really cool thing about that experience was it's a true story.
Yeah.
It's an amazing about redemption and just kind of a full circle of restoration, and all the real life people were on set. And so it was a really cool experience. There were 10 cast members who were a part of the story, and we just all became fast friends.
That's cool.
And it was an amazing experience.
You got to meet the real Robbie?
Got to meet the real Robbie. Yep.
That's crazy.
He actually lives in Dallas. Yeah. He's the only band member. The band is originally from Texas. all of them live in Nashville now except Robbie. So
Nice.
Robbie's still Texas strong.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
So the first movie, I Can Only Imagine, covers like how he got into music and then formed the band and his relationship with his dad and stuff. Can you say what the next movie is about?
I think I can. Yeah, the sequel to I Can Only Imagine, the original, is called I Can Only Imagine 2, Even If, and it's about the song that came out in 2017 or 18, I believe, and Bart wrote it as he was going through a really tough struggle. So the storyline, and I won't give anything away, is about Bart Millard dealing with some stuff that's happened in the last 10 years of his life. So the timeline is like 2010. And they're on tour. They go on tour, and this guy that they didn't know is coming on tour as their opener, and his name is Tim Timmons. And Tim is played by Milo Ventimiglia. And so the story is about Tim is going through his own personal faith walk and journey and struggle. Again, won't give that away, but he's struggling with some stuff. Bart is struggling with some stuff, and they kind of meet the end of their rope at the same time. The story is a beautiful redemption story, and I won't give anything else away, but it's going to be a really special one. It's going to be a really special one.
Nice. Very cool.
It's going to be awesome.